Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Star Wars Black Series action figure of Boba Fett from Return of the Jedi. So here's how the figure looks fresh out of the packaging. There are quite a few things I like about this figure, and there are a few things that are interesting. So let's just dive right on in. I think the sculpt on this is great. This is not Hasbro's first Boba Fett figure. We had one years ago from Empire Strikes Back. I gotta say, for the most part, I think this one is better. I think it has a better sculpt. I think the paint on it's really good. You can see just like the little tools and his little shin pockets there, the metal scuffing, the sculpt and paint on his shoes are really well done, I think. His armor, the little silver paint that's applied to the little dents look good. All the little details on this, his cuffs and those little gauntlets are great. Nothing bores me more than talking about articulation, so I won't be. I will say I think it's great that they included a sculpted cape for this. I hate soft goods on figures. The old Boba Fett had a soft good cape. I think this is the way to go. I think it looks great. A little nitpick I have with mine, the figure when it was in like the little plastic tray, it was like you could see that the helmet was being like smushed in the packaging. The little plastic card was like pinching it. I kind of wish I could get it to look a little more, the angles of the helmet looked a little better. It does swoop inward a bit, so that's a little annoyance. I do like that the rangefinder moves though, so that's neat. The figure comes with this little dart and the little cable attached to it, so if you actually wanted to play with your figure and pretend like he is roping up Luke Skywalker, you could do that, but it comes right off. Also, I just want to point out that his belt, while sculpted nicely, is really loose. Like, it doesn't stay up very well, and you barely touch it, and it like drops down, and you can see all this exposed kind of material there. I don't think it looks good low, and it doesn't really stay up high, so that's a bit of an annoyance. Now, some of the accessories to this figure are interesting. We have his rocket pack here, which has like the removable missile, which is cool, but at no point in Return of the Jedi does he fire this missile. So while I appreciate the attention to detail, it's not a detail I needed if you're making a Return of the Jedi specific rocket pack. Now, I've always liked the design of the rocket pack considerably, so I love the fact that Hasbro, in my opinion, has done a good job with the color scheme, with the little wear and tear on it. These little rocket boosters here move. It also comes with a pair of these little fire blasts so you can attach them to the little rockets themselves. I think that's a nice touch. I really appreciate that. Here's the jetpack attached to the figure with both of the rockets ignited, and I gotta say, that looks pretty good. Now this figure comes with another curious accessory, this little like burst of flames, which can be attached to the figure's left gauntlet as part of its like flamethrower. But the thing that I find interesting about this, actually put it on that way, big difference. The thing I find interesting about this is, once again, Boba Fett doesn't use his flamethrower in Return of the Jedi. In fact, I think the first time you see this get used is, Attack of the Clones with the Jango Fett fight. Neat that they included it, but for a Return of the Jedi figure, not used in Return of the Jedi. What is used in Return of the Jedi is his gun, which has a very Return of the Jedi specific feature, which is they include a second one that's cut in half, so you can actually, again, if you want to do playtime with your figures, you can get your Luke Skywalker figure and actually like cut this gun in half. I think that's really, really cool. I do appreciate that the right wrist hinges up and down and not side to side, because I think the blaster looks much cooler when it's kind of brought up like that. Also worth noting is that the neck joint, when it has this little seam, which has a much greater range of motion, which is great if you want the figure's head to tilt down, but also if you rotate it all the way around a bit, and then bring the head forward, it allows you to bring the head up. Like if you want to pretend like he's flying, that's a really, really good angle for the neck and the helmet and all that. Now this is one of the deluxe Black Series figures, which means it retails for $29.99 instead of $20 or $22. And like other deluxe figures, I'm just not seeing the value here in the price. Other deluxe figures are usually like bigger characters, whereas Boba Fett here, they've already made before that came with a gun and a rocket pack. So what you're paying $10 extra for are these little rocket boosts on the back, and this flame thing, and an extra gun, and a rope. I'm not seeing $10 extra here, folks. I don't know why this had to be a deluxe figure, aside from, I don't know, greed? But as a Boba Fett fan, I gotta say, this figure does look cool. It's got a great sculpt, some very nice details in the paint. I am satisfied with this as a figure. Thanks for watching, everybody, and let me know in the comments below what you think of this figure. And if you want, click subscribe, be up to date with all my latest reviews.